In the rugged hills of Sicily, a secret society was born, one that would grow into one of the most powerful criminal empires in history. This is the story of the Sicilian Mafia, also known as Cosa Nostra, and how it spread its influence across the globe. They operate in the shadows, a secret empire built on fear, loyalty, and power. Their name is whispered across the world. But who are they? And how did they rise to control governments, businesses, and entire cities? This is the untold story of the Sicilian Mafia. The story of the Mafia begins in the 1800s, deep in the heart of Sicily. Ruled by foreign powers for centuries, the island was plagued by corruption and lawlessness. In response, local groups formed to provide protection and arbitration services to landowners and peasants alike. But this was no charity. It was a business built on fear and loyalty. The word mafia first appeared in government reports in the 1860s. These secret societies controlled land, trade, and law enforcement. The mafia filled a vacuum left by weak governance, presenting itself as a parallel authority. But its true power lay in its ability to instill fear. At the heart of the mafia was Omertà, a vow of silence and loyalty. Breaking this code meant death. It was this unwavering discipline that allowed the mafia to operate in the shadows for decades. Omertà wasn't just a rule, it was a way of life. It ensured that the mafia's secrets stayed hidden, even from the authorities. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, waves of Italian immigrants brought the mafia to America, seeking a better life. What began in the streets of New Orleans soon spread to New York City, where the American La Cosa Nostra was born. The American Mafia adapted to its new environment, blending Sicilian traditions with American ambition. By the late 1800s, waves of Sicilian immigrants were arriving in the United States, seeking a better life. But along with hardworking families came the seeds of organized crime. The first mafia presence in America was in New Orleans, where Sicilian gangsters controlled shipping and trade. The Prohibition era was a golden age for the mafia. With alcohol banned, they turned bootlegging into a billion-dollar business. Gangsters like Al Capone became household names, and the mafia's power reached new heights. But it was in New York City, in the 1920s, that the mafia would truly take root.
You shoot one of my guys, I'm going to shoot two of your guys. You stab two of my guys, I'm going to stab three of your guys.
Bootlegging during Prohibition created a golden opportunity for crime syndicates.
It was almost like a war.
One name would change the course of history: Charles "Lucky" Luciano. Prohibition didn't stop drinking. It just handed the alcohol trade to organized crime. In 1931, Luciano did what no gangster had done before. He united the mafia under a single system. The five families would rule the underworld: Gambino, Genovese, Lucchese, Colombo, and Bonanno families. Each controlled its own territory, but together, they ruled the city's underworld. The five families were like a corporate board, making decisions that shaped the future of organized crime in America. This was no longer just crime. It was a government within a government. The mafia infiltrated businesses, labor unions, even politics. Bribery, extortion, and murder became tools of the trade. For decades, the mafia was untouchable. But in the 1960s and 70s, the mafia's power began to wane. the U.S. government declared war. Law enforcement cracked down with tools like the RICO Act, and informants broke the code of Omertà. The FBI began wiretapping meetings, infiltrating organizations, and turning members into informants. The most important break came from a man named Joe Valachi, the first insider to publicly expose the Mafia's secrets. One by one, the bosses fell. With new laws like RICO, entire crime families were dismantled. Bosses who once ruled the streets now sat behind bars. The RICO Act was a game changer. It allowed prosecutors to target the entire organization, not just individual members. But did this mean the end of Cosa Nostra? Though weakened, the Mafia has not disappeared. In Sicily and America, Cosa Nostra continues to operate, adapting to the modern world. Its legacy is a reminder of the enduring power of organized crime. The Mafia is like a hydra. Cut off one head, and another grows in its place. The story of the Sicilian Mafia is one of power, loyalty, and betrayal. It's a cautionary tale about the allure of crime and the cost of greed. But it's also a testament to the resilience of those who fight for justice. What do you think is the most fascinating aspect of the Mafia's history? Could an organization like Cosa Nostra rise again? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most gripping stories. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.